They told him, "You can't fly." The system said, "You're not welcome." But Allah said, "You are mine." This is not just a story about Hajj. This is not just a story about a man. This is a story about destiny, about divine will, and about the unseen power of faith that moves mountains and bends metal. Because when your name is written by Allah, even engines surrender. Amer al-Mahdi Mansour al-Gaddafi, a Libyan man, an ordinary soul with an extraordinary fire inside. He had waited his entire life for this day, not a vacation, not a career goal, but a calling. Hajj, the journey of a lifetime, the journey of the soul. With trembling hands he packed his ihram. With tearful eyes, he hugged his family, and with a heart full of prayer, he stepped into the airport, ready to answer the greatest call a Muslim can receive. But destiny had other plans, or so it seemed. The officer stared at his passport. "Your name, Al-Gaddafi?" A chill went through Amer's spine. "Yes," he replied calmly. The man's eyebrows raised. Another officer joined, then another. They whispered, clicked, typed, until finally, the words he feared. "You're not flying today." Imagine watching the plane that was meant to take you to Allah rise into the sky without you. That's what Amer saw. His eyes followed the metal bird as it disappeared into the clouds, but inside he whispered, "Ya Allah, this was for you." He didn't shout, he didn't curse. He sat quietly and prayed, because faith doesn't panic. Faith waits. Amer stayed at the airport. 1 hour, 2, 5. People came and went. Security changed shifts. The sun shifted across the sky, but Amer, he didn't move. He said, "If Allah wants me to go, I will go." Up in the sky, something strange happened. That same flight, the one Amer was denied, was forced to turn back. A technical issue, something in the engine. They didn't explain much, but it had to land again, back at the same airport where Amer was still waiting. Coincidence? No. The passengers were offloaded. Engineers rushed. Tools clanged. People murmured. But Amer, he stayed quiet. He just watched. Because somewhere deep in his soul, he knew this story wasn't over. Hours passed. The plane was cleared again. The same passengers boarded. Amer watched it rise again into the sky. But again, the sky refused. Another technical failure. Another return. This wasn't just mechanical. This wasn't coincidence. Something, someone, was making a statement. The pilot was confused. The engineers were puzzled. But the airport authorities had seen enough. They called his name. Amer al-Mahdi Mansour al-Gaddafi. "You may board." And this time, he did. He walked toward the plane, not with pride, but with surrender. Not with anger, but with gratitude. Because he knew this flight was not man's decision. This flight was Allah's will. As he buckled his seatbelt, there was no fear in his chest. Only light, only love. The engines roared, the plane lifted. No errors, no turbulence, no delay. It was as if even the air made way. Amer looked out the window as the land of Libya vanished beneath the clouds. He whispered, "Labaik Allahumma labaik." "Here I am, O Allah, here I am." The landing was smooth. The air in Jeddah was thick with heat, sand, and something more. Divine welcome. Amer stepped off the plane with tears streaming down his cheeks. He had no luggage, he had no companions, but he had something no man could carry for him, a heart carved by patience and a soul glowing with divine love. In Makkah, beneath the gaze of the stars, Amer reached the Kaaba. He stood before it, not as a pilgrim but as a man chosen by Allah. He fell to his knees. His forehead touched the marble, and time stopped. Because in that moment, it wasn't just Amer praying, it was destiny bowing too. Back home, his story exploded, but Amer never called it a miracle. He said, This is what happens when you trust Allah more than systems, more than people, more than fear. This story isn't just about a flight. It's about what happens when faith collides with fate. It's about what's possible when you let go and let God. How many times have you given up when blocked? How many times did you walk away because the world said no? But what if, just what if, Allah was just testing your patience? Amir's story teaches us something ancient yet eternal. Allah doesn't need permission from creation to bless you. He only needs your heart to stay with Him. Faith isn't just believing Allah can do it. It's waiting peacefully, even when He doesn't. Do it right away. Share this story. Let it travel further than that plane ever could. Because someone out there needs to hear that their turn is coming too.